Hi, welcome to Parrot and Wolf. Today we're going to look at important fixed phrases and expressions in English involving animals. English has lots of idioms, expressions and phrases that are used in particular situations, and often the meaning isn't obvious. The best thing though is they're fun to use and make the English language much more interesting and vibrant. Let's get started. The lion's share. This is a simple expression that means the largest amount. It's often used to talk about the majority or largest percentage of something. You can't change the words. An example in context is, John got the lion's share of the votes, so he's our new club president. Next! Hold your horses. This is a simple expression that means to wait. It's often used to stop someone doing impulsive or quick actions. You can't change the words. An example in context is, hold your horses, you can't go in without a ticket. And next. A little bird told me. This is a simple expression that means I know a secret. It's used to talk about a secret with someone without saying who told you. You can't change the words. An example in context is, a little bird told me that you're thinking of quitting your job. Next. Until the cows come home. This is a simple expression that means for a very long time. It's often used to describe situations that are too long or boring to complete. You can't change the words. An example in context is, don't mention politics to Jane, she'll be talking about it until the cows come home. Next. Watch you like a hawk. This is a simple expression that means to carefully watch. It's often used to be certain someone doesn't do anything wrong. You can change the pronouns. An example in context is, I need you to watch him like a hawk and make sure he peels every prawn correctly. Next. Dog eat dog. This is a simple expression that means extremely competitive. It's often used to describe business or the job market. You can't change the words. An example in context is, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Everyone's fighting for just a handful of jobs. Next. Guinea pig. This is a simple expression that means test subject. It's often used to talk about people in tests and experiments. You can't change the words. An example in context is, John designed a new exercise routine and I agreed to be the guinea pig. I'm really tired, but the results are great. Next. Like shooting fish in a barrel. This is a simple expression that means very easy. It's often used to talk about an easy activity that involves lots of parts. You can't change the words. An example in context is, finding things in his work to criticize is like shooting fish in a barrel. He's a terrible artist. Next. His bark is worse than his bite. This is a simple expression that means threatening but harmless. It's used for people that shout a lot but take no action. You can change the pronouns. An example in context is, the boss yells about poor performance in the sales office but no one ever gets fired. His bark's worse than his bite. Next. Scapegoat. This is a simple expression that means to be blamed. It's used to describe someone who is unfairly blamed for a bad situation. Another person is then let off the hook as a result. You can't change the words. An example in context is, the company made John the scapegoat for the financial scandal and he was fired. David was the real culprit. Next. It's raining cats and dogs. This is a simple expression that means to rain heavily. Be careful with the word order with this one. It's cats before dogs. You can't change the words. An example in context is, it's raining cats and dogs today, typical autumn weather. Okay, so we've got 10 animal expressions and phrases we can use. Well, actually there's 11, but we had to include the last one because it's often incorrectly used. There are loads of animal expressions in English, but try to concentrate on using and understanding these to begin with, and it'll give you a great head start. So, to summarize, we've got the lion's share, hold your horses, a little bird told me, until the cows come home, watch you like a hawk, dog eat dog, guinea pig, shooting fish in a barrel, his bark's worse than his bite, scapegoat, and raining cats and dogs. To find out more about learning English for Cambridge and IELTS exams, business and work, or general conversation, visit ParrotandWolf.com.